people, how's it going? Way! Wow, I'm doing a Steelbook video. This is a long time since I've done one of these. To be honest, all my videos used to be Steelbooked all the time. But your eyes are not deluded. This is not actually an SSD hard drive that you're looking at. It's actually the Steelbook to Ant-Man, or as I like to call it, Wankman. This is quite a different movie. I have to admit, it's the second Marvel movie this year. I'm getting maybe a little bit bored of Marvel movies all the time, especially after watching Avengers 2. Kind of my most disappointing film of 2015. Then enter Ant-Man, which I wasn't too bothered about, but I wanted to buy it, and I was a little bit pushed into it. I actually was going to miss out altogether, not even bother with it. But I was told it's really, really good, and I've just finished watching it, and wow, what a good movie. Really, really enjoyed it. I'll talk about it in a minute. Like, this is the Steelbook. As I said, it looks like a hard drive. It's got a metal effect. It's got all this debossing down the side. It's even got a debossing of Ant-Man himself, which I think is really cool, because he's quite small and he can kind of make bullet holes. He's actually, and there's also the vent here too. Horrible, typical Marvel binder where it has no title on it at all. Shockingly shit. And on the back, we've got like barcodes, what the size of the drive is, and stuff like that, which again, it's kind of fun, kind of cool. And inside you get 2D, 3D, and you just get loads of microchips and stuff like that. Now the Ant-Man film itself, really enjoyed it. It's about this loser guy who's basically a burglar who's gone to prison, and it starts off with him being released. And he's basically, his wife divorced him, and his daughter still wants to see him, but he's got no jurisdiction over it. Basically, no, you can't see him at all. And then enters this opportunity with this extraordinaire guy who knows about technology, played by Michael Douglas, who needs him to burgle his own information and stop this chap who's basically was like him when he was younger in his own company, progressing and using this Ant-Man technology for what he calls the yellow jacket, to take over the world and sell it to all these people, which is just going to cause serious dangers. We've sort of seen this story before, but the story in this one is obviously of a microchip weapon rather than strong arms weapons like, say, for instance, Iron Man. And it's funny without being totally stupid funny. It's interesting and fun. Paul Rudd, excellent character. Michael Douglas is a fantastic character too. It's got a good supporting cast as well. Even Gilly from the Hobbit, Turiel character is in this as well. And I come out of it really enjoying this film, especially the little Thomas the Tank Henshin gag bit, because my son's really into all that stuff. But a thoroughly enjoyable film. It's got a little bit of a link up with the Avengers in it as well, and you do get to see Falcon with a cameo in it also, which works. Yeah, I'd say go buy it, whether you just buy an Amaray or a Steelbook or whatever. I was definitely go up on that one and say yes. So let's move on to the next box set then, shall we? Which is going to be the Hobbit box set. Right, let's switch over and move over to that one. Here's the next one. I don't want to show all my pickups and all my other bits, but this is the Hobbit box set, the extended edition version. It turns out that my wooden Hobbit normal theatrical cut is my most viewed video on YouTube, which I'm kind of shocked, because it don't cost that much, and all of a sudden it's right up there. Above all my expensive models, which is kind of, should I be happy about that? Should I be disappointed? Anyway, this is the Hobbit. Now, just like the Lord of the Rings, these are probably the best well done discs of the lot. The most effort is made into them in terms of the extras, the way it's presented, the way it's split up so it's easy to view, the appendices, the menus, and the excellent commentary by none other than Peter Jackson and Philippa Bowen and Fran Walsh. Film, sadly, not as good as Lord of the Rings, I have to say, by quite a way. Maybe not visually, but in terms of everything else, it's just not as good. But that's not his fault, that's just the way the film come out, and it was made directly from the book. Also, the extended versions of each film couldn't be as long, because it's already a serious case of what was said in Lord of the Rings, too much butter over too little bread, or is it the other way around? Too little bread, no, too little butter over too much bread, got it, yes, because that really is the case with the first one. Rather than actually extending the first film, they actually needed to cut it down by at least half an hour. It should have been 2 movies, not 3. That's basically the point. But this is the box set. Matches really well with the Lord of the Rings one that you'll have, the one with the gold and the ring on the front. And probably better done actually, because that black stuff which is on the other case can be scratched off quite easily. It's exactly the same size. It's got exactly the same design on the side, so they'll sit really nicely together, apart from this horrible 3D bit that they've now put on the top. And these are stickers, whilst the UK version has got these horrible on both sides, and you can't take them off or anything. And just like Lord of the Rings, you've got the map of Middle Earth, or part of it, should I say. It's really just the Misty Mountains section of it. So that's a shame. It could have showed all of it, or most of it, that was in the actual film itself, just like the Lord of the Rings one, but unfortunately hasn't done it. You're just going to have to buy the poster. The Blu-rays themselves, there we go. You get three of the bad boys. I don't know if they're selected posters. They're not selected posters. I think they just chose these ones. They're not as good as my Steelbook theatrical versions, I have to say. They look pretty lame in respect to that. And then the black double case ding-dongs. And as I said, comes with a shite load of extras on all 3 discs, which you can buy separately. Buy them in Steelbooks as well, jumbo Steelbooks, which I really hate. Or you can just buy them on DVD. It's entirely up to you. But this is sort of how it comes across, and you get to pick each one. They show how many minutes are on them, which is kind of cool, and exactly on the right hand side what is actually involved in each section. So if you don't want to review one, you can jump and skip it and move on to the next one instead, or you can just play all and watch the whole lot. Bear in mind, I think you got over what is it, over 9 hours, 12 hours, something ridiculous. I hope you got a whole day for it. I don't think I could watch all this in a whole day. I don't think I could watch it in a whole week. I have to watch it in little sections. And then for you've also got the movies you want to watch too. So it's like, Jesus, is that really all of it? And Peter Jackson's kind of helps you through with the tutorial at the beginning as well, of what's in each one and what you're going to do. I just saw Fran Walsh, who doesn't like to appear on the TV for some strange reason. I don't know why. So there you go. So there's some nice box sets. As I said, I really hope that when the Star Wars ones come out, they could do them as well as these in terms of presentation. Maybe not a box set themselves, but in terms of the disc, the material, and the way it's set out, will be really, really cool. Right, zang! So there we go. So you've now seen Wankman, and you've seen The Hobbit. And again, they've done it again. They put that... The Steelbooks, they've given you a sort of a sticker where you can peel it off, so it's just got The Hobbit on it or whatever, and it doesn't have 3D. But this one, they've gone and done it. They put the 3D on it, and damn, they've embossed it as well. So you're stuck with this 3D. 3D, everyone's not into it now. It's a little hype, you know, it's done, it's finished now. No one's quite into it. There's the Arkenstone, which is obviously a major part of all 3 movies of the Hobbit, especially the third one, because it turns you mad. And then Smaug, who's a fantastic character, who, if this wasn't such a long film, he wouldn't have been in part 3, he would have been killed off in part 2, or basically the second film, and like so. And nothing inside there apart from a creepy spider maybe. So there you go, guys, thank you very much. Yes, that must be surely my last film of this year. There is a Mission Impossible Steelbook, which is one of my favourite films of the year, I have to say, out next week, so I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, anyway, I'm not going to do video on that. Let someone else wicked and cool do it for you, okay? Anyway, you have a good one now, and I'll check all you guys out soon. Cheers.